Hey guys, how you doing? Happy Thursday! And it's a random day to just say happy whatever, but whatever. We're here and we're talking Tim Curry tonight. I'm excited. One of my favorite actors. Super versatile and super charismatic. Honestly, his voice just oozes charisma and he's got this awesome style that you can't really put into words. I love Tim Curry, always have, always will. It sucks he did suffer a stroke a few years ago, but he's still around and he's still awesome. I love Tim Curry, always will. We'll look at some pictures in a little while and we'll talk about what is Tim Curry's best movie role. That should be a lot of fun to discuss because I think there'll be a lot of different opinions, and whenever there's a lot of different opinions, it's a lot of fun. Because it's just great to share your opinion and to hear different opinions, and we can all agree to disagree. If we have different favorite movies of Tim Curry's, that's okay. As long as we talk about it and we're like, yeah, that's cool, and we're all respectful and stuff. So we'll get to that, but I'm also going to show you some Tim Curry themed merch I have, because I actually realized I have a lot of Tim Curry merch, and I didn't even kind of know until I started to think about it. I'm like, I have this, I have this, I have that, I have this. And I'm like, wow, I have more Tim Curry stuff than I thought. So, as you could see, if you are a constant viewer of mine and pay attention to my set, sometimes I like to change things up. So I changed the Goosebumps book that was here. It was a different book the other day. It was, I can't even remember. The Girl Who Cried Monster was up here before. So now it's The Haunted Mask, which is one of my favorite Goosebumps, like, part of the series. So when they made the books into movies, I really like The Haunted Mask. They had a part 1 and a part 2, which they released as like a VHS movie. They like merged the parts together, and I have that on VHS back at home. So that was one of my favorite TV adaptations of Goosebumps. Otherwise, I still have a lot of Goosebumps books to actually read. Even though I have a massive collection, I have not read them all. Which I always say is like sacrilegious that I have not read them. I'm like a poser who has a great Goosebumps collection but has never really read them all. So I'm on my quest to see it all. So one day I'll get there. We've got Nails in the chat and we got Rob in the chat. My favorite duo. Thanks guys for being here with me. Appreciate you. And Nail says she likes looking for the background differences. It's a very subtle one this time. Just one book is different. Usually I have that poster that's over here, but you can't see it today. I cropped it out of frame. I just felt like we should see more of my bookcase lately. I don't know. I never really can see it too crisp when it's in the back and I'm more facing this way. So I wanted to get closer to it so that you guys can see it. I love the bookcase. Also, I kind of want to get another bookcase, but that's a story for another day. So not only are we talking Tim Curry, but I'm up for just chatting with people who are here. Anything you guys want to ask, random topics, throw it out there. It's not going to be a super long chat, but it's still going to be a fun and eventful chat. So anything you want to talk about, throw it out there and we'll discuss. But let's get into the Tim Curry stuff without further ado. Tim Curry, he's amazing. All right, so let's just take a look at all the different things he's been in. And this is a collage that I'm about to show you. I didn't put it together. I found it online. But this isn't even all of his movie roles. But let's take a look at it. All right, as you could see here, you could see some things like Congo I see right away. Of course, he voiced a role from the Wild Thornberrys cartoon that used to air on Nickelodeon. He was in Legend. He was Rooster from Annie. He was in Clue, of course. He was in Tales from the Crypt. He was obviously Pennywise from It. He was in Home Alone. He was in Muppet Treasure Island, Rocky Horror Picture Show, and also The Three Musketeers. Disney's The Three Musketeers, I should say, which I also own on VHS. And yeah, it's a little cheesy, but he plays a great villain. Oh my god, he's so creepy. That's an underrated Tim Curry role, in my opinion, is the Three Musketeers movie. I think it's a fun movie. It's kind of like an action-y movie. Nothing like Oscar-worthy in terms of the movie in general as a whole, but overall, a lot of fun. And I gotta say, so on Twitter, Nails is asking, what did most people say was their favorite Tim Curry movie? Because I did put that question out for other people to answer. Because I know what my favorite Tim Curry role is, but we'll get to that. I'll reveal what my one is. And the runner-up, too, because I have two favorites. Actually, really, I have a top 3. But really, any role he's in is pretty great, because he's just a great actor, period. With a great voice, and he sings, too. So there are some movies, especially some of my favorites, that aren't shown on this collage here. But to answer your question, Nails, the movie role that everyone liked Tim Curry in the most was his role in the movie Clue. And I believe that was one of your favorites, Nails. I believe that was your favorite answer, was that you liked Clue the best. So yeah, that got the most responses. People were shouting out his role in Clue. So I've got to rewatch Clue, to be honest. It's been years and years. I watched it with my cousin Dana. I don't know why I remember this, because this was like flipping a million years ago. But I have a very vivid memory of my cousin Dana being on the couch with me. I don't know why we were watching a movie. It seems like we were just, I don't know, why wouldn't we just hang out and do something else? I don't know. Anyway, we didn't watch a lot of movies together all the time, but we watched Clue together. And I can't remember whose idea it was to watch Clue, or if we just went to Blockbuster at the time. That's how long ago it was since I've seen Clue, is there was still Blockbuster, and that was still the norm for renting movies. So Blockbuster is no more. And so I have got to re-see Clue. It's been too long, obviously, since Blockbuster has come and went since the last time I saw it. And now we've got Kat joining us in the chat. Hey, Kat. She is so dedicated. We just had a 2-hour chat about our book club, by the way. And we're super pumped about all the kind of details that are coming together for our book club. We're pretty pumped. But yes, not only did she chat with me for 2 hours about all the little details, she also arrived here to watch my stream. Thank you, Kat. Again, we're talking Tim Curry tonight, and man, Tim Curry's great. And not only is he a good actor, I kind of alluded to that he's also a great voice actor, because he just has that very distinctive voice. I think distinctive is the best adjective to use to describe his voice. It's deep, it's really smooth, it's just unique. I don't know anyone who has a voice that sounds like that, so it's no wonder he also sings. So wonderful, 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 talented man. I just can't praise him enough, to be honest. Let's take a look at some other photos that I have. Alright, here we go. Here's another collage. As you could see, I feel like these are some 3 big roles, and look, they all are makeup heavy, because he definitely had to kind of embody somebody else for all of these roles. So you could see him as Pennywise, you could see him from Rocky Horror Picture Show, and in Legend, where the makeup is insanely amazing. Oh my god, look at all that makeup. It must have took a billion years to put on when he had his scenes that day. I mean, I have to read some backstage stuff, because I bet you it took hours and hours. I mean, if I had to guess, I'm just throwing a wild guess out there, like 5 hours maybe? Is that too low of a guess, or is it longer? I don't know, but that's insane, just thinking about how they made him look like a legit demon. And we are going to get to Home Alone. Nails is mentioning Home Alone, how he says, "I love you." So here's another collage yet again. Some of the same pictures, some different. And, of course, we've got Clue in this one. And as I mentioned, we've got the Three Musketeers movie on the right-hand side. I think that's from that one. It's kind of hard. He looks similar in certain roles. Like, he looks like a pirate next to Pennywise there, like it's from the Muppet Treasure Island movie, but I'm not sure if that is what that picture is from, between Clue and Pennywise. So, it's just a guess, because some of the roles, very similar costuming and hair. Kat says her favorite Tim Curry role is Dr. Frankenfurter, of course from Rocky Horror Picture Show, and yes, that is a classic. It's probably, I wouldn't say it's the first thing I saw him in, because I saw or heard his voice in an animated movie before I even saw that, but it is a classic. It is wonderful. His singing is amazing, and we're going to get to his singing more, where I might do some Kelsey karaoke in a few minutes. Also, Rob says he's also in Scary Movie 2. We cannot forget this. And so here is the Clue GIF that I downloaded. Shuffling some papers here. Now I'm excited. I really got to rewatch this movie. Nail says she loves Scary Movie 2. So here's another GIF from Clue. Tim Curry. He's just amazing. And so we've talked about a lot of other people's favorites. The majority favorite on Twitter, again, was Clue. But my favorite Tim Curry movie role is when he voiced Hexus from Fern Gully. Kind of a lesser-known role, but honestly one of the best animated villains ever, and it's super, I think, underrated, because it's not like a Disney movie, so it wasn't as mainstream as that, but the this music in the movie is just top notch. Not only that, so not only you get the awesome voice, the regular speaking voice of Tim Curry, his singing voice, and the awesome songs that were written for him to sing in the movie, but also you've got this scary creature that he devolves or evolves, or however you want to say it, into till the end of the movie, where he's like a skull, he's like a flaming skeleton, and then he starts sprouting plants and all this stuff. Oh my god, so well animated. And his complete form as Hexus here, when he kind of turns into a giant skeleton, reminds me a little bit of Chernabog from I'm mixing up the movies, from Fantasia. And that was one of my favorite animated sequences in any animated movie ever, and it still is, because it's so beautifully animated. But I think this kind of harkens to that style, and it's scary and creepy, even though it's made for kids, and it walks that line, but it's still... I like how the movie tells people kids can handle it. Like, we know this is scary, but kids can handle more than you think they can. So I kind of like how they didn't downplay the evilness of Hexus, or the scariness of the animation style of Hexus. So I gotta praise Hexus. There's another gif of Hexus, of course. The cut in the throat action there. And that's when he's more of a smoke monster at the beginning of the movie. Again, what I just showed you was more of his final form, I guess. I don't know how else to describe it. Final form, I think, works adequately. So again, here's the final form yet again, where he's kind of clenching his fists and like, oh, I'm not just smoke now. I'm kind of solid, I guess. Whatevs. If you hear the pitter-patter of feet, it is Jackson. I think he is PO'd at me for being on my computer literally all day long, and he's like, pay attention to me! Sorry, Jax, he's sniffing all over my bed. What are you sniffing for? And he bumped into the table. That was him. Yes, Jax, I'm paying attention to you. But, to be fair, just so you guys know I'm treating Jackson nice, I gave him a ton of treats in between this stream and the rest of my day. So, he got a boatload of treats, and I think he liked him because he gobbled them up pretty darn quick. Like, within one gulp. It was like that. No whinins, no whinins. Alright, so again, my favorite movie role is Hexus, and here is where we're gonna come to my little Kelsey karaoke, I think. If Jackson stops whining. Unless you want to do backup vocals, huh? You want to do backup vocals? I don't know if I can get him in the frame. He looks kind of angry. That's pretty great. Hello. Backup vocals? Backup vocals. Backup vocals. Yes, I know. Say hi, Jack. Say hi to everybody. Big yawns. Alright, so we've got a special guest star. Who doesn't say that I don't do collabs? Here we go. We got a collab with my boy Jackson. He's being all camera shy now and facing away, even though he was facing forward before I turned the computer down, so. Nell says you're a good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Jax, Jax, Jax. Now his tail's wagging. Yeah! He's like, pay attention. I'm sorry, Jax. Alright, you want to do the Hexus thing? Slime beneath me, ooh. Slime up above, ooh. You want my, toxic love. That part's so weird and seductive, but yes. Yes, Jackson. He's back. That's just a snoot. Alright, back to the slideshow. I will pay attention to you, yes. Kat says she needs to look into Legend. It's kind of corny, but I gotta say it is also awesome at the same time because, like I said, the makeup and Tim Curry's voice, I mean, already it's distinctive, but they, like, altered his voice a bit to where it's super menacing. I don't know if they did that with some kind of effect or if Tim Curry, like, kind of helped lower his voice, and they also added an effect. I didn't know if it was, like, a dual thing or just an effect. But man, he sounds scary. He sounds like a, not only does he look like a legit demon, he sounds like one too, for sure. No, Jackson did not leave when I started singing. He's still just staring at me from right beside me, but I am petting him on the side here, so he is getting attention. So a few last looks at Hexus. Look how creepy that is. He's coming right at the camera going, ha 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 ha. Obviously, it's not like that. It's not that ridiculous and corny. It's not like, ha ha ha. It's more like, ho ho ho. Whatever. My impressions are bad. You guys know this. I don't know if Legend was Tom Cruise's first big movie, but Tom Cruise is in the movie. So, Kat, if you're not familiar with Legend, yes, Tom Cruise is in it, and he's very young, very, very young, but I'm not sure if it was his first movie or not. All I know is that he was super young in general. Alright, so now comes my second favorite Tim Curry movie role, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, of course. So classic, for a 90s kid especially. Somebody who grew up watching this every single year, multiple times a year. Oh! And I gotta say, out of all the actors, I think I'm gonna do a special about awesome movie screams, like the best screams in movies. Especially hilarious screams. Well, Tim Curry actually has quite a few great screams in movies, including kind of when he thinks he finds Kevin's dad in the bathroom, but it's just Kevin with a clown doll. By the way, how can Kevin set up this clown doll as fast as he sets it up with all these pulley systems so that it dances and stuff? That's a story to investigate for a different day other than today. But I just want to put that out there. How the heck does he set up this clown so fast and rigs it with all these things so that it looks like it's a person? By the way, it doesn't look like a person, so what am I even saying? It's not person-like at all. Anyway, Tim Curry does scream when he finds him. He goes, "Oh!" It's more like a weird moan thing, but anyway, Tim Curry has got some great weird moan scream things, and I know that sounds really off and kind of weird, but it's true. He's got these strange noises that he always does, and it's really effective. Kat says she doesn't think that Fern Gully gets the love it deserves. I so agree with you because the animation, and I'm not just talking about Hexus, the role that Tim Curry played, I'm not even talking about just that character and how it looks. I'm talking about they really animated the forest very beautifully. Like, the forest looks amazing in the movie. They did such a great job drawing all these trees and plants and flowers. Colorful as hell. Just a beautiful, beautiful movie. And I think a really unique idea for a movie, and the message behind it's really good too, about, taking care of the planet, taking care of the rainforest, what humans do does have an effect on nature. And so to me, that little undertone of a story and a moral is really good. Alright, so back to Home Alone. And yes, Nail says, don't pull on the string, because the whole movie will unravel. Once you start questioning everything, like, why don't the bad guys die from getting hit in the head or have concussions or something more serious? They just walk away from, like, irons on the head from, like, way many feet away and feet above. Yeah, when you start to dissect it with with an adult mind, or a non-human mind, I guess, if that exists, but it doesn't. I don't even know why I said that. But if you start to examine it with an adult mind, you're like, there's some holes there. But it doesn't matter. It's a lot of fun. Did Fern Gully come out at the same time as something similar, like when Answer: A Bug's Life came out at around the same time? She says that rings a bell, Nails is saying. Yet, actually, Fern Gully did come out in the early 90s, so it was before A Bug's Life. But, like, there was another movie called Once Upon a Forest that was also about environment and, like, taking care of animals and nature. So Once Upon a Forest was also early 90s, and that is not Disney either, just like Fern Gully. In fact, I'm going to step away because I see I've got the Fern Gully VHS tape and cover right over here. Just let me go grab it. And then we'll find out the year. Alright. Sorry. I'm moving my set all around today. I apologize. Good thing it's mobile and easy to move around. So here we have Fern Gully, the VHS. And yes, this is the actual VHS copy that I've watched 1,000 billion times. Look how kind of worn it is. Almost like a book. The spine's a little kind of damaged, worn, torn, folded. But man, I love this movie. And let's take a look at the VHS, actually. Let's see how it looks here. Oh man, to just holding one of these in your hand make you feel nostalgic. I know it does for me. Just an awesome VHS tape. Oh man, there's nothing like this feeling when you're about to put one on in your VCR player. You're like, oh my god. So Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, rated G. 1992 copyright. So 92. So yes, early 90s. And again, a lot of other kind of environmentally friendly movies that were animated came out around that same time too. Like I said, I'm not sure. I think A Bug's Life was later, mid-90s, but I was big into that's a tongue twister. I was big into A Bug's Life, and I gotta say, so Ants almost felt like a ripoff of A Bug's Life, but I don't know. Sylvester Stallone is an ant, but he was a jacked ant. But anyway, so if you don't know, Ants is not really a kid's movie because there is cursing in it. So it was supposed to be more adult, but I think that kids saw it anyway in the 90s. So that's a little weird thing about Ants, is that it kind of walked the line at actually being for adults, but kids saw it anyway. So I don't know how that happened, but it was all very weird. So Rob is asking me, are you not having peanut butter and whiskey tonight? Peanut butter whiskey and the chocolate bitters tonight? No, not tonight. But I gotta get that ice cream that you told Nails to show me. So guys, if you haven't heard or seen this around, because it's making the rounds on social media, there does exist peanut butter ice cream, peanut butter whiskey ice cream, and it's Screwball, the brand. It's got that actual alcohol in the ice cream, and it's got like a chocolate fudge swirl in it. Hell yeah, I want to try it. Hell yeah. All right, so anyway, look at the back of the VHS real quick. Tone Loc or Lock or whatever. Remember, everyone kept telling me I was saying it wrong, and I'm still saying it wrong because I still don't remember which way it is. But anyway, that's his character, the lizard. He had a good song in the movie, too. There's Batty, of course, voiced by the great Robin Williams. And that's another reason why Fern Gully is really good, is because not only do you have Tim Curry, but you have flippin' Robin Williams in the same movie. It's like, just what a force to be reckoned with. So, a rare treasure, a great film, says Entertainment Weekly. Magic and adventure await in Fern Gully, a spectacular rainforest where a bat named Batty, whose radar has gone haywire, joins together with Krista, Pips, and the Beetle Boys to save their marvelous world from the evil Hexus. Ignoring the warnings of her friends, Krista, the curious tree fairy, explores the world beyond Fern Gully. She discovers Zack, a real-life human, who is helping to demolish the rainforest. Once Zack sees the beauty and magic of Fern Gully, he vows to save it, but it may be too late. The diabolical Hexus is on the loose and intent on destroying all of Fern Gully. This animated feature rocks with original score performed by Sheena Easton, Raffi, Tone Loc, and others, like Tim Curry and Robin Williams, who have songs. Again, Tim Curry's songs, The Awesome Toxic Love, and Robin Williams says, "My name is Batty, da-dun-dun-dun-dun." I don't know the rest of the words, I just know my name is Batty, something in the attic or something. I don't know, I can't even remember the rest. Anyway, it's a terrible rap that I'm doing, but the real rap's good. Tim Curry was meant to voice Jafar in Aladdin, which would have been another Tim Curry and Williams pair-up for their voice in an animated movie. Are you kidding me? I didn't know this. He would have been a wonderful Jafar, but I like the voice actor who does Jafar in the Disney animated movie. I think it was good, but man, I can imagine it being just as good, if not better, with Tim Curry. Wow, that's impressive. I don't know, Jafar's voice is pretty great, though. It's hard to think of somebody else having that slinky voice. Tim Curry's more of a different type of creepy voice, whereas, like I said, Jafar's more like slinky, like slithering, snake-like. I don't know. But yeah, that's so interesting. Thanks, Rob, for telling us that little fun fact there. I would have never known that. Sorry, Jackson's hitting my table and stuff. All right, so back to the slideshow, and this is the last Hexus thing. Look at this skeleton. It's when he's forming. He still turns into smoke, but yet he is a skeleton. I don't know. Anyway, this is a great scene and all the color flashes and everything. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful animation. The animators really had a hard job. Here's another. Oh, I thought I was done with Hexus. Here's another thing when he's like puffs of smoke. And by the way, he mentions egg chow mein, I think he mentions in the song. What great 90s song where you're mentioning Chinese food. It's wonderful. Alright, so now back to Home Alone, my other favorites. So these are just my two favorites here. Fern Gully, Home Alone 2. I love those movies with Tim Curry. Here's the great smile when he discovers Kevin stole the credit card. And here's Kat's favorite, Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror. How about that? Classic, look at that. Home Alone smile, very creepy, where he kind of welcomes Kevin back and he's intent on arresting him and taking him in, and Kevin gets scared. Obviously, one got messed up and didn't load. And of course, here's a wonderful thing that, by the way, on Twitter, nobody named this as their favorite Tim Curry role. I am so surprised not one person, I think at the very end of the night, someone said Pennywise, but so all but one person didn't, they said something else. And I know Clue is popular, but I just can't believe Pennywise didn't get, at least 3 mentions on Twitter about it being a favorite Tim Curry role of people. Because to me, out of my childhood, the movie that scared me the most was this movie, It, and the Tim Curry version of Pennywise. I mean, just so classic. He really played it up. The creepiness, he just made it so menacing, because parts of the movie, to be honest, it was a made-for-TV movie, so parts were corny and, not the best, but what really made it effective as a scary movie, or at least somewhat scary, was Tim Curry in this role. He really did an amazing job, and you felt scared when you looked at him. Especially when those sharp teeth came out, or when he's hiding in the sewer like you see here. Don't you want a balloon? Look at that creepy face. If I saw that in the sewer, I'd be running for the hills. Alright, we're back to the collage here. So there's my little Tim Curry collage, but our show and tell is not over, because I do want to talk about some Tim Curry merch that I have, because like I teased at the beginning, I have more Tim Curry merch than I ever realized I had. It's just when I started thinking about the merch, when I started just planning for this stream, I was like, wait, I have a lot. So first I'll show you something I've already showed you guys before. My Tim Curry painted Toms, or they're Bobs, they're Toms. So I got these in Orlando when I was at a horror movie convention, but it was outside of the convention. It was just literally going downtown Disney. I think had a store where they were customizing Toms. And so one side there's balloons and it says we all float, and this side is the great Pennywise. The Tim Curry version, of course. They're a little beat up. Sorry, these shoes are quite old. They're my favorite pair of shoes. I wear them a lot, and I don't just wear them around Halloween time, but I wear them extra a lot during Halloween time in October. Alright, so my other one that I used to have hanging up in my room, sorry for the glare, it's in plastic. So as you can see, this is an It poster that I think I got off of Etsy. So it says Stephen King's It, then you could see Tim Curry as Pennywise here, half in shadow, and a really cool depiction of Georgie with his paper boat in his hand. You can see the sewers all here, and then the yellow balloon over here. I just love this print. It is a weird size, so my dad actually had to cut it. We did have this in my room, but we took it down, because I change out posters a lot back at my mom and dad's house, even as well as here. So I change out posters no matter where I am. But I don't have any other physical Tim Curry merch, but I do have pictures of merch that I own. So I can't physically show you, but I definitely have it. So one piece of merch that is in my room at my parents' house, and it's up all year round. It's a poster I don't change out. I've left it up. The very first day I've hung it up, it has not come down since that day, because I love this print. It's one of my favorite art prints I've ever bought, and I tried to look for it again. I know it's from Etsy. I tried to type in Tim Curry art print, Tim Curry collage art print, and I can't find it. And I can't find it in my purchase history because it was so many years ago that I bought it. I know it's before 2017. It might have even been before 2015, 2014. I don't know. It's very old. So here it is. Look at this. I love it. Oh my god. It's one of my favorite things in the whole world that I own. So if you could kind of see it, I know there's a glare in the picture because it was hard to take this picture. So we've got Pennywise on the left of the art print, and he's holding a balloon. And I know you can't see it too well, but if you were able to see it in person, you would see that the balloon he's holding is the face of Hexus. And that's one of the main reasons I really love this print, because how unique was it for the artist to decide, instead of just doing a plain old balloon like from It, I'm going to put Hexus's face, because it's kind of like a gaseous, he was gaseous, so helium balloon, put Hexus as the face of the balloon. So cool. We got Home Alone, we got Frankenfurter, we got Clue, we've got his role, which really scarred me when I saw this episode of Tales from the Crypt. Oh my god, it's so freaking disturbing. He plays 3 different versions, not versions of a character, he plays 3 different complete characters that all interact with each other, but he's playing them all. And it's really disturbing, honestly. I don't like it at all. I mean, I like it, but I don't like it because it's creepy. So, it's effective, honestly. Then we see him as Rooster from Annie with the hat, the straw hat. And then we see Legend on the end. And Legend, or Tim Curry, playing the demon from Legend has his arm around Rooster. So I just love this print. Oh my god, it's my favorite print ever. I wish I could show it to you guys up close and personal, but I didn't think about going to grab this from my parents' house. I didn't make a special trip out of the house today, so I should have gone and grabbed it, but I didn't. One day I'll show it to you in person, but yeah, it's a prized possession of mine. And honestly, I love the way it looks in my room at home, but I sure would love to look at it here at the actual place I live every day versus my parents' house, but I don't know, it just fits so well at my parents' house. As you can see, I have paper bats hanging on my wall at home, and those stay up all year. That's not a Halloween thing. I literally have, like, bat curtains there and, like, bats all over the wall, and I love my room. I miss that room sometimes. I mean, my display room here is pretty great, I gotta say, but I still really miss my room at my parents' house a little bit, because I got a Pee-wee shelf, and it's got, like, Pee-wee's Playhouse. I have all kinds of cool, like, pop culture-y stuff. I've got all my pop collection. I only have a few pops here. I've got a pop of Stephen King that Kat gave me. I've got, like, a Bob Ross pop and, actually 3 pops that Paul got me. A Bob Ross one, a Porg one from Star Wars, and a Metallica one. And those are the ones that Paul got me. But yeah, I've got so much more stuff, especially more collectible stuff at my house, my parents' house. So yeah, maybe one day I'll start to, there's only so much I could fit here. It's like I need 2 houses and 2 rooms to fit all my stuff, which is kind of I don't know, that's a little over the top, but it is what it is. So here comes the second piece of merch that I have left to show you. And I just bought this, and it's here. I just don't know where I put it. It must be in some poster tube somewhere. So this is from Etsy, from a store called Red Panda Design. Let me double check that that's right. I have the tab pulled up on Chrome. Yes, Red Panda Designs with an S, so plural. And this shop is pretty cool. I've bought a couple of things from them, including a David Pumpkins art print. So, yes, they had a David Pumpkins art print, but guess what also they had? A movie we have not talked about. It's a made-for-TV movie, The Worst Witch, which Tim Curry is in. He does sing in it, and the song is called Anything Can Happen on Halloween, as you see on your screen. Again, you can get this, and I do have it. I just can't find the physical poster. I think it's either in my car in a poster tube or under my bed in a poster tube. But because I change out posters, and I was going to put this up for Halloween. But look how cool it looks. Very pop-like, very artsy, very colorful. And look at the bat bow tie. Oh my god, it's great. And yes, he does wear that outfit in the movie. It's so just, oh my god. It's so zany. So Tim Curry. I don't know. It's amazing. And so yeah, the song he sings is just perfect for 80s cheese type of stuff. I love The Worst Witch. It's really not a great movie, but it is nostalgic. And it's a made-for-TV movie, and some people claim that they think that maybe that movie kind of inspired J.K. Rowling a little bit to write Harry Potter, because it does take place at a witch academy, and Tim Curry plays like this warlock, and he comes to visit the academy for this big special night of Halloween. And he has a big-ass cape, pardon my French, he's got a big-ass cape that he flies in on, so pretty great stuff. Tim Curry. Can't say enough good things about him. But this art print is freaking cool. I love it. It's so just... It pops. It makes your eye go, whoa! So yeah, that's some of my Tim Curry little things I own. Some awesome memorabilia, I guess you could say, or merchandise that I own of his. I love him, and I gotta say. So my official vote, Hexus from Fern Gully, is my favorite movie role. Close up, we're talking about a hair, just in second place, by a hair, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York. And then, I don't know, for third, it's like all of his other movies tied, because he's great in everything! And I know you guys probably feel the same, I think. Alright, so I know I talked not very long today, and I did say I was going to do a Q&A, but I've been talking all day. My voice is killing me, so I might cut the chat short a little bit. So, it was great talking with you guys. Sorry that I'm not going to talk very long today, but my voice is killing me. And I think we still covered a lot of Tim Curry stuff, which was a lot of fun. I would love to hear you guys' favorite Tim Curry moments. Not just movies, but moments from the movies that you like. What are your favorite scenes? You know, DM them to me. Message them to me. Next time I get in the stream, send them in the comments, because I'm about to log on and I might miss them today. But definitely send them to me. I want to know about your favorite Tim Curry quotes or moments and all of that stuff. Nail says I need to find that poster and let it be free. It's beautiful. I know, I should have it up, like, where my Buffy poster is. Like, my mic is blocking it, but I need to change that and put up the awesome Tim Curry one. And then, of course, I did buy the David Pumpkins one, so I have that for Halloween time, which will go in that poster frame behind me so that it could be all Halloween-y when I stream during Halloween. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun. So yeah, it will totally go with my color scheme in my display room, all the bright colors and stuff, both of the prints. So I gotta recommend one more time the Etsy store Red Painted Designs. However, that other art print of Tim Curry with all the different movie roles, I don't remember what Etsy store. I wish I could. I would totally plug the artist. I don't know. I would even tweet out the artist and say, this is one of the best prints I've ever had. It's been up in my room for like friggin' 8, 9, 10 years. I don't even know how long it's been up in my room. But basically, I would totally promote them, but I have no idea. I would love to just search for it and find the art print again, but I can't. Nails loves when Tim Curry's accused of smooching everybody. I know. Oh my god, that's so great. And his like facial expressions in that scene from Home Alone 2 where he's just like totally confused about why this guy is saying he was there last night and smooching with his brother. He's like, what? Like, no, you've been smooching with everybody. Then it gets even better from there. Oh man, I love Home Alone 2. Don't go get me on a tangent on Home Alone 2. And everyone's complimenting the prints. Glad you guys like them. And again, this is it for me for today. But don't worry, I should be back, knock on wood, on Sunday if all goes correctly and doesn't get too hectic for me. Because I gotta say, guys, so my streaming schedule may change in the future. Just stay up to date with my Twitter or my Facebook page or any social media platforms that I am on. Or whenever, the best, easiest way to find out when I'm streaming is to either follow on Twitch or sub on YouTube and click where you get a notification every time I stream, because it might start to get a little sporadic lately just because I'm doing a lot more with work. I actually have a job right now and I'm really excited about it because, man, I was worried I wasn't gonna be able to pay my bills. Now I can pay my bills. So yeah, it's just gonna get a little weird every now and then because I'm trying to fit everything in, because not only do I have a regular job now, I have 2 other freelance jobs that happen to coincide with getting the new job, not on purpose, but it just so the timing was kind of like bad where I had all this stuff to do. So yeah, it might be sporadic for a little while, and then some book stuff that I'm doing with Kat is going to take precedence over streaming a little bit because it's really important to me and also to Kat too, so it'll be a great time. But either way, I appreciate you guys anytime and every time you catch me on stream. You guys flippin' rock. And until next time, I would say keep the change, you filthy animal, but I'm gonna say I hope you enjoy a nice cheese pizza, and or your very own cheese pizza, as Tim Curry would say from Home Alone 2. So hopefully you enjoy a snack like that, or something just as good as a cheese pizza. And then call it a night and have a good day and the rest of the week. See you guys next time I stream. Thanks again. Bye.